Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to your reading for the week of April 8th. This week, we're going to jump right in here. You have this Orphan card and this Observer card. Some of you could be kind of like looking at, things where you, or times or moments where you have been feeling left out in the cold. You have that Observer card, and it really just says that maybe you're examining or there's some, deep introspection going on here. And this makes sense. This comes up a lot during Mercury retrogrades. And, I think during retrogrades that it is a good time to, look at things that we've been through or to try to go back and heal things. So if you're doing any of that type of work, again, this would be a good thing, not a bad thing, especially during a retrograde. I think it's always worth doing work, especially if you're doing it with a professional or someone who knows what they're talking about, right? So any of that psychological work or anything that involves a counselor or something like that, I think, would be a good idea if you're doing that already. And even if you want to do that as well. I also think that some of you could just be doing it, you could just be examining things like where you feel left out or not nurtured or taken care of, and you could be healing those things in general. The Tower has come up for basically everyone, and I don't know, this is a weird eclipse. These eclipses, they are weird because, literally on Monday, the 8th, there is the solar eclipse in Aries, and it's the eclipses this year are all pretty well aspected just in general, but I definitely feel the weird energy around this one on the 8th for sure. So, just keep your head on straight. But you have the Hangman, the Nine of Swords, and the Seven of Pentacles. I think that you're seeing, it's you're becoming aware of something, which is great. His head is glowing on the Hangman, and he has sacrificed the use of his arms and his legs on the Hangman. But again, this could be a good thing. It could say that you are seeing or realizing the things in your life that have held you back or prevented you from success or have prevented you from moving forward. And it's now you're seeing, how to change that or how to finally move forward. It's you're becoming enlightened to the things that have kept you stuck. And we see that right here with the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords is a never-ending nightmare. It's about kind of going to bed, having a nightmare, waking up, and still being in a nightmare. So I feel for a lot of you actually ending the nightmare, which is a good thing. I think that you are ending some challenging or negative cycles that you've been dealing with, and this is allowing you to make progress. Now you have the Seven of Pentacles. I'm just getting progress on here. That's literally the reason I said progress in the first place is because of this card. I don't really look at Seven of Pentacles as a progress card, but that is what I'm getting intuitively. I feel he's looking at those Seven Pentacles and he's saying, is the juice worth the squeeze? Was it worth it for me to put the work into these things, or is there something different or better that I could be doing? And really, I feel that the Seven of Pentacles is saying that you could be, kind of examining your work and looking at how you can grow it or do it in a better way. But all in all, I actually feel that your finances are going to be improving. Even in your astrology, it looks to me like you could be doing things that are going to improve your finances or are going to better them in some way. With the Hangman, you have the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles is a big opportunity. I feel that it is a time of opportunity for you here, Capricorn. So I don't know what I called you at the beginning of this reading. Hopefully I said Capricorn, but Mercury retrograde, I'm already losing my mind. And anyway, what I would say here is I feel like there's a big opportunity coming in for you with that Ace of Pentacles. You have two aces right here. And that Hangman would say that you are waking up to the opportunity. His head is glowing. He's gained enlightenment. So I feel that there is a big opportunity coming in for you. With the Nine of Swords, you have the Four of Cups. Four of Cups is a card of kind of past disappointments, but what I would say is that he's been disappointed, but he's getting one more opportunity. And so I feel that there is an opportunity coming in for you. And this could be in love, business, whatever. And that it's I would accept that cup into your life. This is a card of contemplation and apathy. He's kind of had so many disappointments in his life that he is no longer, it's he just can't handle another disappointment. And I've been there. I've told the story before, but I had a big business when I was younger. And, I was way too successful for someone who was way too young, right? I was 21 at the time when finally the business crumbled, but really I just stepped away from it. I allowed it to crumble because my heart wasn't really in it in the first place. But after that happened, I sat around, did nothing for 4 years because I thought I was some sort of super entrepreneur or something like that. And during that time, it's like I kept trying to grow new things, right? But I just, I got to this point where I just could not handle another disappointment. So I started not taking action on my ideas because I was like, if it disappoints me again, I'm going to lose my mind. So, again, I think for some of you, this is kind of like saying there's an opportunity coming in and it's not a disappointment. So, don't be afraid of it. With the Seven of Pentacles, you have the Two of Cups. Two of Cups is a perfect match, so I do feel like there could be a perfect match coming in for you. This could be in love. If you are looking for love, I feel that there could be a really solid connection coming in for you with the Two of Cups, and it could be someone that you will really love coming in for you here. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have a flamingo spirit says embrace the in-between. You have this otter spirit says you are never alone. So I feel for a lot of you that it is time for you. Like I kind of feel like you're in this in-between two worlds type of energy here where it's kind of like you're holding on to some old ideas and ready to step forward to the new ones. I've said it before, and I'll say it again, Capricorn. It's almost like Capricorn has been learning to swim. And it's like now you're in the deep end and you're holding on to the edge of the pool, but there's really no reason for you to hold on to the edge of the pool. You know how to swim. And I kind of feel like that's what a lot of your readings are. If I were to distill your readings and just give you the juice off the Seven of Pentacles, that's what I would say to Capricorn is that it's like you know how to do something. Could be you know how to love, could be you know how to have a business, or you know how to heal yourself. But I feel like it's time to start swimming. It's like you know how to swim. So you actually do know how to do what you want to do, and I think you have to go for it. You have the Ace of Swords, the Knight of Wands, and the Five of Wands. Ace of Swords is like some sort of truth. We are definitely in a time of truth. These eclipses are going to bring out the truth. We have another eclipse towards the end of the year in Libra, a second Libra eclipse, and we just had one on March 25th. And, again, I think that this Libra, this in-between two Libra eclipses is definitely truth. Plus, we have a lot of other astrology that could be exposing the truth. And, how is truth being exposed? I think that it's being exposed by, like, certain energies can just not exist in the energy that we're in right now. So we're going to start seeing things like kind of like peeling away, like layers, as far as I'm concerned. That's the best way I could describe it. And again, this is going to be a good thing, but on a personal level, we all need to start living our personal truth. Like if you are doing something that you don't want to be doing anymore, maybe it's time to make a change, or maybe it's time to start working towards doing more of what you want to do. That's where the victory is going to come from with the Ace of Swords. You have the Knight of Wands. I also feel it's time to embrace your kind of like more wild side here, Capricorn, right? And be more playful, be more spontaneous, less serious, right? And all that other stuff. I kind of just get like a more playful energy here, like a willing to explore energy. And I would embrace that energy if I were you. I think it'll lead to a lot more happiness and joy in your life. I don't even think this is a person. I think this is just an energy that is in your life. There's definitely a person showing up at the end here, but I feel, and you could be attracting a fire sign, of course, but I feel in this reading, it's more saying that you need to embrace your wild side, like have more fun, enjoy yourself more, do more things that you want to do. You have the Five of Wands. Five of Wands can represent conflict or competition. Of course, I personally like the Five of Wands. These people are learning how to fight. I call this card Indiana Jones. To me, this is like a card of going on some sort of crazy adventure in life to get a reward. And I feel for a lot of you that you could be going on some, crazy new adventures in your life. And, there could be conflicts along the way, but these, are learning opportunities, right? So I would just keep going, and I think you're going to be successful. I also feel that there could be kind of like some of you maybe have already experienced some sort of disaster or like a minor issue that is actually going to lead to a positive change. So, again, I wouldn't worry too much if something has come up over the past couple weeks. I'm doing this video on April 2nd, so this video will be out on April 3rd, and so it wouldn't surprise me if over the end of March, basically, if you had something pop up, like some sort of issue or challenge or problem. It looks to me like the issue, the challenge, the problem is getting you to swim. And I think that's what you're kind of like dealing with here. So there you go. With the Ace of Swords, you have the Five of Cups. Five of Cups is sadness and disappointment, but I do feel it's time for you to kind of let go of sadness and disappointments. You have this Let It Go card as well. I think that you could be, this could be a major release that you're going through, going this way here. Even with the Tower to the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Swords is coming up in the area of the good stuff, and this definitely could be a good thing, because the Queen of Swords could be saying that you're seeing the reason why certain things had to happen the way they had to happen in your life. And again, this could be a good thing. So, that's what I'll say there. But I kind of do feel that maybe some of you have had some challenge in the past, and you're seeing like why it had to happen. With the Knight of Wands, you have the Judgment card, waking up to your purpose. Again, I think that being messy sometimes is how we can discover our purpose. Going against the grain, doing things that we never would have thought of. I would have never started this tarot channel if I followed a conventional path, right? I was going to school for law enforcement. I wanted to be a detective, right? And I dropped out of college to start my business, and that got me started. That started that first business, right? And that was successful for a little while, and then I did nothing, and then I started this tarot channel, which has totally changed my life. So again, you never know. It's like, but that's not what everybody in my life was telling me to do. Everybody in my life was telling me to do more conventional things, right? So again, but you can't discover that without getting messy. And I feel like this Judgment card is saying maybe your life has been messy, but now you're kind of like discovering what you are meant to do. But it's a journey. It's not, it's not a destination, to use a cliche saying, right? With the Five of Wands, you have the Two of Wands. Two of Wands about taking the lead and kind of like stepping outside of a comfort zone. Yeah, it's going to be uncomfortable, but I think that it will lead to success. I think you're done with the discomfort, though. Like, I think your next 20 years are going to be awesome here, Capricorn. I mean, you're leaving behind Pluto and Capricorn, which I think has been, a thorn in your side, has been a kind of like a strict teacher, and you're used to a strict teacher. You're ruled by Saturn, the strict teacher. And so it's like you're used to that energy, but Pluto is just different. And, I feel like now you're stepping out into the world and showing the world what you're made of, which I'm pretty sure I said to you in your last reading. Next, in the area of what's coming towards you, you have this open to discovery card and this let it go card. I do feel like some of you are working on letting something go. Could be anything. Could be a connection, a relationship, a business, an idea, something that didn't work, whatever. And this open to discovery card is definitely tied to that Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands, he is spontaneous, but the way that he is spontaneous is he follows his inspirations and his desire. If he doesn't know how to do something, he's willing to learn and figure it out. And I feel like that's what this open to discovery card is saying. You also have the Five of Cups, which is interesting because if we look here, if you turn around and see these two cups, like the Two of Cups, you have the Knight of Cups right here. So the Five of Cups says that you could be grieving the loss of something that you no longer enjoy. That's what the Five of Cups really represents, is that he's sad because he's lost his taste for the wine that has spilt right here. And if he turned around, he would see these two cups, which contain something different, and he would also see this bridge and this castle. So he doesn't just get the two cups. He gets a lot more. And, again, I always say, to me, fives have very easy solutions. So if there are any disappointments in your life or anything, just realize that there's something better. And again, same thing in love. For some of you, if you're holding on to a past connection, I feel like there's something so much better coming in for you, but you have to see it. You have to let go of the past one to see the new one, right? You have the Tower, and again, if you did go through something with a person, I do feel, no matter how you feel about that person or how you think they think or feel about the situation, what I'm getting here is that I think it was a Tower moment for them as well. And you could be saying, what, they did all these horrible things to me or whatever, and that might be true. But again, sometimes, people are broken in life, and it's like they just can't get out of their own way. And I feel like some of you maybe dealt with a person like that. It's more sad than it is anything else. And sometimes I think we have to have compassion for those people that just are broken, that just can't, it's like they just can't get out of their own way. And I feel like some of you maybe dealt with a person like that, and maybe you did feel a strong connection with them. I think that if it gives you any comfort, maybe you were the only person to ever show this person true love is kind of what's popping into my head here. So, I think that you should pat yourself on the back, really. But I also feel that we definitely could be seeing some global Tower moments this week. So, prepare yourself is all I'll say there. You have the Death card. Death is a transformation. I think Pluto in your sign, you've been going through major transformations for a long time. I kind of feel like you're done with the changes, but, in a lot of ways, I feel that you've learned how to reinvent yourself. You've learned how to kind of roll with the punches and change and be spontaneous. And this is going to serve you very well over the next several years. So I do not see this as a bad thing. With the Five of Cups, you have the Death card again. So again, there needs to be a transformation with the Five of Cups there. With the Tower, you have the Four of Wands. Yeah, this could have been like a marriage, or maybe you found out that a person was married or something. But I also actually feel pretty good about this. Outside of marriage and love, and there definitely could be a person, again, this could be a person who surprises you, by the way. This does not have to be a bad thing. This could be a good thing, that you meet a person where you're just surprised that they're interested in you, and it could lead to marriage. But the Four of Wands is also a card of freedom. And so I feel for a lot of you that, if you are letting go of something or releasing something, that this is going to lead to freedom, and it's kind of going to lead to the next stage. The Four of Wands is a portal card. We have to go through the portal here and complete something. This is like a finish line. We have to complete something to have something else in our life. And I just think this is a cycle that you're experiencing. By the way, I didn't even realize this. To me, the Judgment card and the Tower card together is the most powerful combination in the tarot. To me, the two of them together like this represents like a major revelation or a major wake-up call. So again, there could just be a major wake-up call that sets you free coming in this week, which would be a good thing. With the Death card, you have the Justice card. I kind of feel like in a way, the universe is saying that maybe you aren't going to get justice. I don't want to say that you're not going to get justice, but it's like sometimes I think that, after a breakup or a separation, that we think like, oh, I deserve an apology. And I'm not saying that's not true. that might be very, very true. But it's like sometimes that apology never comes. And really, the way that I think is like, if we're adults, right? And it's like, as an adult, it's like, do you really need an apology? Probably not. It's like, I think that children need apologies, and would it be nice for a person to apologize to you? Probably, but what would it really do, right? Like, would it really do something? Maybe it would. I'm not here to, judge or anything like that, but, for the most part, I feel like the Justice card is saying there is karma coming in for you, but maybe just in a different way, and it might not be closure. It might not be apology. That's only for some of you. For others, again, I do like this right here. Having Judgment in the Justice card together really could say that, number one, if you're dealing with something legal, that there could be a judgment or justice coming in for you. But it could also say that you are, entering into a situation or a time of more justice, or where things are kind of like balancing out for you. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have the Six of Pentacles and this Chariot card. Six of Pentacles is kind of like equal give and take. So again, if you are attracting love, which I feel like you are, I feel that you are attracting someone who is more into equal give and take. The Chariot is a big victory as well. And especially in the good stuff, it could definitely represent a big victory. So I feel after like a major wake-up call that you could be having a big victory. You have the Knight of Cups, the Five of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords. Knight of Cups is a knight in shining armor, so like I said, if you want love, I definitely feel there could be a solid connection coming in for you. Knight in shining armor type person. If you don't want love, the Knight of Cups, and even if you do, it could be your dream. The Knight of Cups is like dreaming of something, like a new beginning or new direction, and I feel for a lot of you that you could be dreaming of something new and manifesting it here on Earth. The Five of Pentacles would tell me that you're coming out of the cold, that you are leaving, all this behind, and you're stepping into a much stronger period of time. The Five of Pentacles says, do not call attention to your weaknesses. Five of Pentacles wants you to focus on your strengths. So I think it would be an amazing time for you to focus on what you're good at, to focus on your strengths and, all that other good stuff. You have the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is about seeing things clearly for the first time. She has clouds only halfway up her body, and she is, seeing clearly the future. And I feel like a lot of you have gained a lot of clarity. I actually feel like a lot of you have done a lot of, like personal development work or whatever you want to call it, right? Maybe personal introspective work or something like that. Like if you have been through something difficult with a person, I do feel that you are being very mature about it. Like you are saying, this person is, maybe you're understanding it on a new level. It's like you're saying to yourself, what this person did, it was wrong. It's like you're not saying what they did was right, but you're also saying, but they're a broken person, or, they had these challenges growing up or whatever. So it's like you're not necessarily just letting it go, but I feel like you're more healing it, which is different. With the Knight of Cups, you have the Hangman. Could be a Pisces coming in for you. So, if you're looking for love, definitely could be a Pisces. You have Pisces, Scorpio, water just in general, I would say. Could be any sign, general reading. Could be a fire sign as well. But I also feel that this is kind of saying, you start and end with the Hangman. And I feel like this is saying that you have gained a new perspective that's making you very successful. With the Five of Pentacles, you have the Magician. Love it. You are improving your finances. I always pull the card he's pointing to, which is this one right here. And it says broken open. Yeah, another deep introspective card. Like this lady, she's glowing from the inside there. And so I feel for a lot of you, again, you have done a lot of work on yourself, or you've done a lot of personal development work, and now you're like shining your inner light. And again, I'm pretty sure I said that in your last reading as well, that it's time for you to shine. With the Queen of Swords, you have the Hierophant here. The Hierophant is about receiving blessings, and I kind of feel that for some of you. It's also about manifesting a dream on Earth. It is time for you definitely to kind of create that big goal, wish, or dream that you have in your head, and create it here on Earth. That's what I would do with the Hierophant card. He is the bridge between the heavens and the earth, so he has the higher vision for creating something. So if you have a goal, wish, or dream, like now would be the time for sure. And this looks really, really good. So that's all I'll say there. Damn, this looks really good. You have this target card that says a goal-oriented person. You're a Capricorn. You are goal-oriented. So, I have a crap ton of Capricorn in my chart. I totally get it. And I would just keep focusing on those goals. You have this January card, and this wheel card says indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. I actually feel like you're curing your indecisiveness. I feel like you have an answer, especially with the Judgment card and the Tower. This could be a revelation or a sudden insight that kind of sets you free or gets you started on something that you've been overthinking. And so I kind of feel like you're escaping this overthinking energy. One thing I will say, if I put myself in your shoes, Capricorn, like if you are starting something new or moving new directions or looking for a new job or new relationship, you could be doubting something new, but I feel like this is saying this is only like the initial feeling. You're not going to keep doubting it. You have this Dogs card. It says getting together with friends. Yeah, I think anything you can do to socialize. If I were a Capricorn, and I basically am, I would be doing whatever you can to socialize with other people. I think it's an amazing time for socializing. I think it's an amazing time for just having fun, getting out of your head. We're in a very logical, heady time, so anything you do to, not would be a good idea. You have this Lily card. It says spiritual love on it. You could be attracting a spiritual connection for sure. Obviously, you have this Crown card. It says honor and respect will come to you. I think it's an amazing time for Capricorns that really want to climb that mountain, that want to become an authority figure or want to be seen as an authority or someone who knows what they're talking about. Now would be the time with this Crown energy. You have this Mice card. It says discord among family or friends. And again, I would ignore. I think that as you're climbing the mountain, there are going to be like little things that kind of pop up to try to get in your way, and I would just ignore it, at all costs, period. But this looks really, really good here, Capricorn. Love it. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.